Hi, this is my account Missing Pair, and I'm completing Brighter Shores one room at a time, completing every skilling challenge before randomly rolling the next room. Currently, I'm in the middle of a massive chef grind, but during this episode, they released Botany and rebalanced a whole load of stuff, and that's going to have massive impacts on my account. Let's get into it. And here we are with the last few lobsters being prepared. We're about to hit 3, 4, 5. The first level of what many people call Bacon Mountain. And there we go. So, normally what people would do is go 100 straight levels through nothing but bacon sandwiches all the way to gourmet vegetable stews. I can do the same, but I do have unicorn sashimi to help myself along. So, eggs were getting pretty slow towards the end, so it's nice to be able to see how much the bacon sandwich will speed things up again. I am ready. Let's see. I didn't even look this number up. I'm hoping it's a good boost. 9k per sandwich, and they're so much faster than lobsters. Alright, this is going to be good. And we're coming in with 350 chef. One more sandwich. There we go. Nice milestone. So now whenever we need more knowledge points for chef passives, because I've unlocked this new Macabut, I need 60 KP, 4 more. What I was doing was going to fish for the extra knowledge points rather than keep chefing and spending on there. What I thought I'd do now, that I don't need to be fishing anymore, or I can't gain anything from fishing anymore, is I'll come over here and hunt for a few upgrades. Doing the combat on the KP will get me from my level 3 gear into hopefully a few more level 14 epic pieces. I've got one weapon which is nice, but it'd be good to have a few armour pieces in the same kind of condition. I have some rare drops that have already dropped from these things, and they don't beat out the level 3 stuff. It has to literally be epic to epic with the level differential, so we'll see if we can get any. Halfway through these 4 KP and I am 1 inventory deep, basically. We've managed to upgrade our guard sword into a level 14 one, and we've swapped our old rare shield for a new rare shield, but not managed to actually upgrade it to an epic one yet. Just finishing up with this kill, we'll be able to unlock the next passive. Second inventory didn't really give anything, but I've now fulfilled my mandatory grass touching on the 2 little squares of grass that I have, and I can teleport back and go lock myself in the kitchen for another 100 hours. Here is level 366 chef. Is that a milestone? No. It gives me a chance to test out this new microphone. I am fiddling with a lot of settings on the audio, so if this sounds good, let me know. If you think the game sounds need to be up or down, let me know. I fiddled with the microphone a little too close to the sun in the last clip and managed to make something that was completely inaudible, but hopefully this clip works. I have 379 chef. I have the level to use up all my puffer fish. I just have to now buy 9,000 soy sauce, but that's not the main problem. The main problem is, look at this, I have to scroll every time. I have soy sauce at the top, puffer fish at the bottom. I think I'm going to drop the cod. I know it was like a cool find in the chest, but I'm not gonna have a good use for that. If I get rid of it completely, I can one-click these without having to scroll. I think I'll just get rid of the potatoes as well. They were cool to see, but they're just going to get in the way. Yeah, let's just drop all these. It sucks, but having a cleaner bank is just nicer. If we could, favourite an item, set things to the top, rearrange this in literally any way, the game would be massively improved, but we have what we have. just a few seconds for you, but a whole evening for me to buy all this soy sauce. You can see I've got a few bounties stocked up, so that was nice to get. Let's do a quick cut of the fish, get that nice card XP, and let's get delivering these bounties. The soy sauce was actually crazy expensive. I think I spent 37 gold just on getting all of these ingredients. Obviously I'm going to make it back when I process all this stuff, but yeah, it's quite high buy-in. And there they go, the last puff of fish I have in my bank. All that got me to 389, and I'm going to be trapped back again on bacon sandwiches until I can escape at 438. Bacon Mountain resuming now. Oh no, oh dear, this is not the kitchen. Why am I here? Well, we've had quite a large update with the botany skill. But that's in episode 2, so why does it affect me? Well, they've done a few rearrangements of what goes on in alchemy and what goes on in forager. And for me, that means there's now a level 265 kind of kelp. And this weird middle one that I've never had before. So if I pick that up now, I can get the card. There we go. There's one other thing that's happened, which is the storage rift spell. Everyone now has. And you can use these strange stones to deposit. Now that would have been great for me fishing bass. But now it's going to be very useful for getting and banking all this kelp. So I've got about 100 levels of forager to be getting on with, and I'm going to put chef on the back burner. I got level 200, by the way. I didn't make a clip for that because I forgot. Yeah, put chef on the back burner because there are more reworks coming into Project Milestone, and I think it's more likely that that's going to change sooner rather than later. So I'm going to be working on these. They've moved things around. We used to have shells in the other room to the east of us. We only have shells here now, but the rules for those remain the same. I don't have access to a trowel. The rules for the rock pools remain the same. I don't have a pond net. So despite the fact we've got new items like the goat horn and other things around us, nothing new is actually forageable yet. But that could change. There's a lot of things in the room surrounding my map that have changed quite a bit, so it will be nice to do a bit of planning once I understand this update a bit more. But for now, the current aims are 490 chef eventually, and 265 forager to get copper kelp. And one thing I already don't like is how close this kelp is to the door. I feel like I'm going to click past that at some point and accidentally unlock a room, but hopefully that doesn't happen. And just a little report on what other things have changed in this update. Venture items, you now, instead of getting 12 lobsters or so, you get about 6 stacks of 100, so you get 600 lobsters each time, which would have been amazing if I hadn't already leveled out of them. So it is what it is. Another side effect is I technically have a discontinued skill. So they changed alchemist so that the very first potion you unlock, which is the healing level 0 one, now uses both ingredients, and I can't get wall plants, and they changed it in the tutorial as well. So I leveled to level 20 by the old potion, and then I could use the passives and continue training from there. Now that wouldn't be possible for anyone who just started on, so I'm going to continue doing alchemy because I have access to it now. I can't go back in time and delete 177 levels, but I just wanted to make that clear. And with the latest update, I've actually noticed some new Kevin tech. So normally, if you're buying something from Kevin, you go and deposit it into the ingredients bank, right? Or you cook it directly. Well, now we have a storage rift right here, and it's only 21 tiles away from Kevin, compared to 25 tiles to get into the kitchen, and 31 to actually get to the bank. Now, sometimes you're not going to the bank, you're going directly to the frying pan or something, but I thought this was interesting. So if you're just stocking up on ingredients and wanting to buy them, the best place to bank them is not in the restaurant itself, but just to come over here and use the rift. Here we are just a couple of days after I started the kelp grind again, and we're already coming up to level 200. Thank God I had 2 rooms of kelp to do. I don't know if this would have been possible, or like a meme grind to get to the target with just 1 and like 3 nodes, how I started. I don't know how people would start a new account like this. Is it viable? Who knows? Maybe someone will do something like that eventually. But for now, I'm very glad that I have 6 nodes, 2 rooms and everything like that. It'd be very nice if I could do the shells, but sadly there are no tools. And there we go. That is 200 foraging. And now the real grind begins. We've got 65 more levels to go, and we've just hit a big wall. So let's get on with it. But that will be in the next episode. Will Project Milestone get released, or will I be forced to go all the way to 490 Chef? If it does release, is it going to make my grind easier or harder? We'll just have to wait and see.